What's up, y'all? Silent Gamer here. I've been asked a lot, how do I get my live streams to look the way they look? So, stick around and stay tuned for this video because I'm going to show you how to get your live streams looking like this. For starters, if you are using a console, you will need a capture card. This is the Elgato's HD60X. I currently have my PS5, the HDMI cord runs all the way down and plugs into the HDMI in port. And then what I have going into the HDMI output, I have my monitor. Your search browser, whatever you use, and search TikTok Studio app. Let's go with that. And you'll find it, download Live Studio for TikTok right here. I already have it downloaded, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next piece of software you're gonna need. A software called TikFinity, which goes hand in hand with TikTok Live Studio. It's gonna look like this here. You're gonna download it. Okay, you're gonna download that. So by now you should have both the TikTok Studio Live app, which, you know, you'll go here and you'll hit download. Now, like I said, I already have it, so everything is already set up for me. So I'm going to minimize that. This is what the app looks like. All right, it's on my desktop here. It's actually what I'm recording in right now. As you can see, it's pretty bland, but now we're going to get started. After you have TikTok Studio and TikFinity, I'm going to tell you about how I have my camera set up. You can see me in the camera, right? But notice that I don't have a background. Over here, I'm going to click the search bar and I'm going to type in video broadcast right here. Click that. This pops open. This is a really awesome feature because it allows you to add cool effects to your microphone as well as your webcam or whatever camera you're using. So in this instance, we're going to go to video, and I have virtual background selected. So right now I just turned it off, so I'm going to turn it back on. And then you have other features you can use, like auto frame, which basically keeps the camera zoomed in, so wherever you move, it's kind of like a tracker, and vignette. So these are other options. The main one that I use, you can try these out for yourself, but I use virtual background, which basically either blurs, removes, or replaces the background, whatever you like. When you click preview, this is what it looks like. So there we go. This is my NVIDIA broadcast camera setup. And so I go to me. Here we go. See, I just loaded back up, right? Because I was just in the NVIDIA broadcast app. So it put this on pause here in TikTok Studio for a second. And then when I closed out NVIDIA broadcast and went back to TikTok Studio, it then again showed me, because you can't use one camera in two different apps. You know, you got to close out the other app. We have our camera. We have TikTok Studio downloaded. We have TikFinity downloaded. Now, for this game, we are going to first add a header image. You go to Add Sources, clicking the plus button, and we'll find image. You go to Add Image. Now, you can pull these images off of Google. That's pretty much where I get all my images. Mind you, I just said that I have the images that I want to use already available. So we're going to start off with this image here. See if you can see it right here. Okay, open. Now this is the image populated here. Add source. You see it populate right here. I'm going to click this and drag up here. I like to try to make it as filling as possible. Another thing to note is that when I'm dragging it here, you see this little toggle point right here. You can hold the Alt key. Hold the Alt key, left click, and you can crop it. I'll crop it to just the bottom of my camera. You can't see me right now because the picture's in front of it. So to the left here, here's the image. We're going to name that header image. Hit enter. Now you can drag these sources in order. They're like layers. So as you can see, I'll drag it under my camera, which I have labeled as me, because it's me. The header image is now in the background of me. How you doing? Yeah, so there we go. If it doesn't have a gaming logo, we'll do another source. Add another image from clicking source, add, select file. There it is populated. You can click the whatever point actually, because it's all uniform when it comes to shrinking. Shrink it down to your liking. And then we're gonna name it game logo. Enter. I'm gonna click this and drag it right behind me. So now, here we go. The header is done. Now we're gonna migrate to the bottom, or what I like to call the footer. And we're gonna add another source. Once it loads, we're gonna hit image, add, select. And let's say we click John Marston here. Just for the sake of it, add source, drag it down here. Now it'll fill the bottom. Let me move my screen over here really quick. I'm gonna move to the other monitor so you can see. So here, I'm gonna close this eye for the PC. And now you can notice this is my PlayStation console. You know, go right back to Red Dead. And then I'm gonna go ahead and display my PC again. So let's just say we're happy with that. Now here comes the fun, engaging aspects for TikTok. So for when you're live, you know, you get gifts from your viewers. You know, they'll send you gifts. You can have like little animations and things like that, or you can have even your chat box being viewed. So now we're going to open up TikFinity. So I'm going to go down here to the search. As you can see, here's TikFinity right here. I'm going to click that. Here's the chat box. So over here, I'm going to add a source in TikTok Studio. The source is going to be a link. So we'll hit link, add. Now here, this box here is for a URL. That's when we go back to TikFinity. You see right here is the chat overlay. So you'll go to copy URL. You can see that it's been copied. The green notification that says it's been copied. Go back to TikTok Live Studio. Gonna paste it in there. Here is the chat box. I'll put it down here out of view of the game, so that way it doesn't obscure the vision of the game when I'm playing. For my viewers, you have goal overlays if you have specific goals you want to set, gift overlays. So for example, this is the one of my favorite ones right here, the gift firework overlay. Like I said, most of these features will be done by adding a link source in TikTok Studio. So again, I'm gonna hit add source, add link, go back to TikFinity, copy URL, paste it, and then we're going to add the source. And I like the way it looks. So we're gonna open up TikFinity again, and we're going to test this one out. Hit test. As you can see, it's popping up with my name, my logo. That's what it looks like. Okay. And then we're going to open up the game. Walking around, doing this thing. Oh, Arthur Morgan right here. With the dope Hellsing outfit. That's why I picked it. But yeah, you know, here we go. It works. This is my live stream. Welcome to Silent Gamer Guys live stream, y'all. Peace.